one of the weird things that changed for me when I became a Christian was I couldn't watch spooky movies anymore. Now, I can watch, Lisa and I sat down and watched the old Christopher Lee Dracula movies the other day. They're so cheesy and goofy. They're just not, there wasn't even really feel evil. We just sat there and laughed. But we can't go watch any of those new evil. And if our favorite cop show goes bloody, gory, psycho, whatever, we have to quit watching it because just being around evil, it just gives us the creeps. It gives us the creeps. And sometimes you've got to ask yourself, what are the things that I'm comfortable around and not comfortable around? Let me tell you something. If you're comfortable around evil, you got a problem. You got a problem. If you're comfortable around evil, if evil doesn't bother you at all, then because if you're in the light, that stuff looks so dark. I'm not saying I'm in the light all the time, and I'm not saying I don't sin and all those other things, and we're about to go into that in a minute about our hero of the life of 2.0. But the problem is your sin starts off small, and then it gets a little bigger, and your heart gets hardened, and then you're feeling this anxiety and angst, and then you may not feel the anxiety anymore, but all of a sudden depression sets in. One of the things I loved about being a Christian counselor was I could watch people change right before my eyes. And people will go, I've been to 3 different counselors and this didn't happen and the medicine didn't work and the whatever. And it was a change of heart. It was a change of mind. It was a change in spirit. It was a change. And I would watch depressed people become joyful. And it doesn't mean that Christians don't struggle with depression at all. Some people have a certain personality that bends toward that. But people who are anxious could all of a sudden, they could learn how to gear in and with God and the anxiety would smooth out. They would learn how to handle problems better. And it was just so cool as a Christian counselor. And I often thought, how does a non-Christian counselor teach somebody how to do that? Because your mind can't overcome those things. We already know that. There's too many people out there that are addicts of every kind you can possibly think of. And it's because their mind couldn't overcome the pain, so they had to find something to medicate it. It's life-changing.